Hey everyone, today's episode is going to be uncomfortably relatable because we're calling out the lie that most of us have been told when it comes to health concerns. You're just stressed. Are you sick of hearing that? Your skin's breaking out and they're like, it must be stress. Your gut's a mess, you're probably stressed. You're exhausted and inflamed and they tell you you need to be less stressed. If this is you and you can relate to this episode is for you. Maybe you're going throughout the same routine every single day, living this normal life, you're not even spiraling, you're doing the bare minimum to get through the day, so why does it feel like your body's falling apart? Listen, I understand, I had the same thing happen to me, but I'm here to tell you that it's not actually what you think. I'm so excited for this episode, come join, let's dive in. All right, let's start out with this, okay? The truth about stress. Here's the truth that most people know, is that stress is in the mind, right? We believe that stress can be overwhelm, it can be anxiety, it can be having a bad day, it can be having too much on our plate. But these are the things that you don't know about stress. Stress is not just mental and emotional. It's not all made up in our heads. It's actually a few different things. Stress is just a strain on our body, all right? Now this can be physical, this can be mental, this can be emotional, and this can be biological, all right? And there are three major root causes of stress that I bet no one has told you about. And these main root causes are not all mental. They're not all just feeling overwhelmed with the stress of regular life, all right? We as human beings should be able to handle just normal stresses that happen in our day. And when we can't, then let's figure out what's actually happening. When we have acne and rashes on our face and we have an inkling that it might be due to stress, let's figure out what's actually happening, okay? Because stress can be these three things. Number one, it can be a mental or emotional overload, okay? This is the normal stress we think of, right? Feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, feeling like you need to be perfect. This consistent feeling that unless I'm at my 100% all the time, no one's going to love me. That stress to feel on all the time is exhausting, create burnout. That stress is going to make you sick. All right, that's number one. I think most of us notice and know that that's something that is stress. Number two, gut issues. Okay, just as much as when we feel stressed, it can cause our guts to feel off, we can actually have it the opposite way, where our gut is the problem and that causes us to be stressed. All right, this would be signs of things like bloating, leaky gut, food sensitivities, low stomach acid. These can all be hidden stressors on the body. It's kind of like the inside of our body is fighting all these battles without us knowing. And so the problem is it's fighting internal battles and comes on the outside as external stress, all right? Through the bloating, through the fatigue, through not being able to digest certain foods. Number three, another stressor is hidden infections or imbalances in the body. This can be viruses, parasites, mold exposure, chronic inflammation. This is inside our body. It's like your body is literally in a war zone inside of you and it's exhausted. And so then it exhausts our mental state. It exhausts our physical state. It exhausts our emotional state. So no wonder you have acne on your face. No wonder you're tired all the time. No wonder your gut is messed up because your body is fighting something and it's so stressed because it's exhausted from fighting all of these things. And this is how my body was. I feel like I had one of each of these. One, I was a very big perfectionist, felt like I needed to be perfect all the time, plan all these things, be in control of my life. Two, I also had really bad gut problems. I had bacteria overgrowth. I had a leaky gut. And three, I actually had mold exposure. I had chronic inflammation. I had all three of these things that caused my body to be so stressed and overwhelmed. And so when people were saying, you're probably just stressed, they were right, but not in the way that we think they were right. It was more than just mental. It wasn't just me waking up and having a better mindset. I needed to fix a lot of different things, all right? So let's talk about what actually happens when we are stressed. Okay, this is going to be a little sciencey. Stick with me because it's going to help you understand what's going on in your body. All right, let's walk through what actually happens. Number one, step one, the brain sounds an alarm. Okay, imagine you're like in your high school or your elementary school or your junior high or in your house and the fire alarm goes off. That's what happens, all right? Our brain has a fear center called the amygdala, all right? The amygdala in our mind sends this alarm that goes to our hypothalamus. Our hypothalamus says, boom, and activates our HPA axis, okay? So this just means that our brains sends a signal to our bodies to release hormones, chemicals that's going to give us adrenaline, that's going to give us energy to fight whatever is the danger, all right? So step two is it releases cortisol. Cortisol is our stress hormone. It's the thing that pumps energy in our body. Right before a race, your heart's pumping. You might feel a tightness of chest. You feel wired. You feel a raise in blood sugar. You don't feel like you're hungry as much. Your immunity lowers. You increase on belly fat when cortisol is increased, okay? So cortisol is just an immediate help in our body. The problem is when we have chronic stress, when we're stressed for a long period of time, whether it's gut issues or parasites or mold exposure or some type of health problem, or just like the constant stress of life, this can cause cortisol to be stuck in the body in excess, making it way harder for us to manage our bodies. Because when too much cortisol is in our body, our digestive system shuts off, our immunity in our body shuts off, we're able to get more sick, all right? We have too much cortisol in our body. Then what happens? Step three, like I just mentioned, was our digestive system and our reproductive system shut down. All right, so your body thinks you're in survival mode. So everything else except for cortisol and these like fighting hormones get released. So instead of digestion being a huge part of it, bye-bye. Okay, digestion is out of here. We don't care about it because we're wanting to fight whatever's in front of us. Our hormones don't happen, okay? The balance is off. Our glowing skin, our libido, our sleep, they get pushed to the side because it's more important to fight this so-called danger. We can't tell the difference, all right? This is why you're going to see bloating. This is why you see reflux. This is why you see PMS and irregular periods and acne and dry skin and eczema and brain fog and chronic fatigue, all right? And this is going to lead to inflammation, all right? When we have too much cortisol, when we're in too long of a stress state, our body becomes chronically inflamed. That's when we're going to have autoimmune flares. This could look like losing your hair. This could look like rashes. This could look like gut imbalance. This could look at constantly getting sick. All right, we become very susceptible. And step five, the fifth thing that happens is you get stuck in this mode. Okay, if stress isn't resolved, your body never gets back into the rest and digest mode. You're constantly running at this emergency mode. Your life might feel fine, but your body's running 100 miles per hour in this stress state. You might even not notice, but you wake up tired and you got so much sleep. Maybe you're snappy or teary or numb. Maybe you have so much acne or bloating or really weird symptoms. You might feel really anxious for no reason. These can be hidden signs that your body's under stress. And again, those stresses can be one of three things: mental and emotional, gut problems, or some type of hidden virus or infection. All right? So you want to ask yourself, am I dealing with one of those three things, all of those three things? And let's get to the root of those. So getting to the root of those things is key. And these are the 5 steps that you can do right now to lessen that stress load. All right? Let's talk about the solutions. These aren't big life changes. These are small, hidden shifts in our life. All right? Number 1, we want to regulate our nervous system. These are the things you're going to do. All right? Take deep breaths every day. Start in the morning as a habit. Sounds silly. it is going to train your body to relax. And we got to get ourselves into a rest and digest state so that you can start to digest your food, get rid of the bloating, so you can get rid of the inflammation, okay? Cold face dips. This is going to shock our system and help us to really regulate. Tapping, EFT tapping, humming, walking barefoot on the grass. All right, these are signals that we can send to our body that we're safe and that we're regulated. All right, step 2, eat in peace. Don't rush and eat. Don't scroll and eat. I want you to sit down. I want you to take 3 deep breaths, and I want you to calm yourself and let yourself breathe. Okay? And eat slow and steady. This allows your gut to be in a very calm state, allowing it to really digest, getting rid of the bloating, the acid reflux, even added stress throughout the day. All right? The third thing you can do is not just drink water, but add minerals to it. All right? Dehydration is one of the biggest stressors on our body. Our body needs water so that it can detox, so that it can digest, so that it can actually produce enough energy for ourselves. All right? So when we drink too much caffeine or when we have too much stress, our dehydration goes up. All right? We want to bring our hydration back up. So adding a pinch of sea salt or trace minerals is going to be very key. I will link a lot of my favorite products in my link below or in my Instagram bio, okay? The fourth thing is move gently, not hard. This one is so key. Stop doing HIIT workouts. If you are in a survival mode, if you are feeling exhausted, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling like you have acne or eczema or any type of symptom, I want you to just try this for a week. Stop doing HIIT workouts, and I want you to start walking 10,000 steps a day, stretching daily, and maybe doing Pilates here and there. Because calm movement equals calm body. This is what changed my life. All right? And then number 5 is say no to one thing. People pleasing is a stress response, and being able to say no is healing. Protect your energy. You don't need to do everything in order to be worthy. All right? That's the reality of it. In my life, I've realized that in order to be liked, you don't have to do what everyone else wants you to do. The right people are going to like you for who you are, right? Regardless of the decisions that you make in your life, different people might like you and different people might not, but the right people will like you because what's meant for you is not going to pass you by. So let's wrap up. All right, you're not crazy. You're just carrying probably some type of stressor, whether that's mental, whether that's physical, whether that's subconsciously in the body. We don't know about it. We can find it. All right, healing is in the palm of your hands. With me, I can help you. With me and all the things and all the tools and all the labs and all the supplements that I know helped heal me can help heal you. Don't give up on yourself, all right? So if you've been feeling like life is pretty fine, but I've been feeling stressed or I've been feeling all these symptoms, I want you to know you're not overreacting. Your body's just responding to some need, and it just wants attention. So if you feel like you want to feel yourself again, you finally want to get back into how you felt before, I want you to grab my free guide. All right, this is going to be a 7-step plan that's going to help you get back to feeling your best. I want you to click on the link, subscribe, sign up for my email list. I will send you videos/tips every single week on how to get well. Because this is your life. This is not time for you to feel sick all the time. Okay, I went through that, and I don't want you to go through that. So let me help you. Thanks for listening. See you next time.